Hi and welcome to the video. In this video I will be making the main or Jeer Capstan. A couple of viewers have asked if I could show the process of creating the parts on my laser printer. So I will show a brief overview. For basic shapes I tend to use Lightburn software. For more detailed parts, I tend to design them in either Autodesk Fusion or Photoshop. I'm not an expert with this software, but as you can see, it is relatively easy to use. Here you can see I'm creating some circular shapes, and I can specify the diameters or the sizes in the top here. On this one I'm going to add some cutouts. There's probably an easier way of doing this, but this is the way I've found works. Now I select the design and click frame. Basically this moves the print head and shows me on the timber where it's going to cut out. This allows me then to adjust the timber so that I can make sure that the whole design is there. Now with the design selected, I click on the line. Here I can change the speed and power of the laser. Basically with the speed, it will obviously run quicker, but the laser will spend less time in one place and doesn't tend to burn then. Also the power, obviously the stronger you have it, the deeper it will cut. You may notice the coloured boxes in the bottom of the screen. These can be assigned to different lines. For example, you want to cut out the outside of the shape, and then you want to etch some text into the actual design. You could assign a separate line for the etching part, reduce the power, etc., and then it won't cut it. I now need to sand off the charring of the parts. Everything's now sanded. I'd like to do a shout out to one of the viewers who suggested I make the trundle head out of more pieces so I could get a square hole, hence the reason I was doing the cutouts. Thanks Neil, great idea, worked well. I'm going to glue all these parts together and I'll be back when I've finished. You can see the finished capstan. I've also added the messenger line. I've created the additional parts for the chain pump. Again, I've used the laser printer. I've also exercised a little bit of creative license. I haven't added the legs, as when the messenger line is down you can't actually see them. Here you can see I've strengthened the ribs so that when I add the gun ports, I don't distort the shape of the hull. I will also be adding cross beams to maintain the distance between the ribs. Probably overkill, but I don't want to take the chance. Well, that's it for this week. Thanks for watching.